creative, if you build like variations into your creative, just like this, where all it takes is an editor to crop something and you instantly have two ads instead of what you had before one. And I think that's a great way of thinking about it. And you know what? That's probably how it started. I can kind of see this in, you
Mm.
know, in the creative room of it just starting as that top bit, and they were like, man, this looks great. And then, you know, someone came up with the idea, okay, well, that's great, why don't we make more of an effort, you know, for the, you know, the portrait real estate that we have, and let's add something in at the bottom. And that for me is my key takeaway with this creative for you is, listen, you have this huge screen which is in someone's hand. Make the
Mm.
most of that space and be creative with what you do, because we are so often seeing the same ads on our feed all the time. It's just a carbon copy of different ads all the time. If you do something differently with that screen that's in someone's hand, they are much more likely to remember you. They're much more likely to go back and rewatch that video, and they're much more likely to actually engage with it, which for an advert is a big thing to ask for someone. So be creative with what you have and the space that you've been given, and, you know, just really try and push what you can do creatively when it comes to your ads.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. And the two other things I want to call out here real quick is just that, first off, as somebody again that's like not good at creative, but I can repurpose the shit out of things.
Mhm.
I'm taking stills from this render and I've got a ton of static images.
Yeah.
Also, I love that it's incredibly stylized. If we have something similar for every one of those products, they don't even need to necessarily have the same color scheme. I would even maybe potentially say, like, hey, can I get a different color scheme for each one of these items?
Mm.
But if it all has the same layout and the look and the feel, I am building recognizability.
Yeah.
And I'm getting that, like, oh, it's another Reigns ad. I know that without having to watch it, which means even if somebody watches
Yeah.
1 second of the ad, I'm getting the value of that impression.
I love
And
that.
I feel like so many people put this emphasis on hook rate and forget about like the the ability for somebody to remember the
Mm.
recall, right?
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
recall is
Recall's
such a
massive. Yeah.
high point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so my point to that is just like inside of our ads, like understanding that we have sort of that. If you can build ads that are of a similar concept, and I would consider,
Yeah.
you know, the still images and the videos and the same thing for everything, that brings so
Mm.
much more value above and beyond the hit rate of any one of those particular ads because of what it
Yeah.
can do omni-channel. Because now we like, if it does cost me a fortune to build this,
Yeah. Make the
I can
most of it.
use this on everything. And
Yeah.
I can
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like you know, we're not just killing the buffalo for the meat. We're going to use every
Mm.
single bone, every single inch of everything, and
Yeah.
thank the gods that we got one, because like there is so much value in this,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
though
Yeah.
it looks just like a single ad. This is gorgeous. Also, like, I want one. I just
Oh,
probably
not
don't need to
again.
buy more.
Have we have I managed to sell you once again on another product? It's the
Potentially, I don't. I
it's the
got a
oven
duffel for
all over again.
Christmas, and my wife got me a suitcase for my birthday last year. But this does look really. You know who needs this is Rabba. Rabba Rayhill does too much traveling, and American Airlines keeps
Yeah.
screwing him over. We need to get him some reins.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, yeah, I think
All right.
I I really love the idea that you said about the recall. I think that is really brilliant. And you know, there's a reason why your favorite TV shows start with the same introduction all the time. It's so that
Mm-hmm.
you can recall it, and you can, you know, and you can make sure you pay attention. And I don't see enough people doing that in ad creative. And I really love the idea of being able to, you know, you've seen this one ad, you've watched 75% of it, Facebook knows you like it, and so they're going to give you another one that looks very similar, so you watch another 75% of it, and then you're on the
Mm-hmm.
landing page and you're buying a bag. I think that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
and
I love that.
yeah, and that's where the beauty of, you know, we were talking previously about how the customer journey is more complex, right? And the salty face video that we did,
Mhm.
the fact that I can get your attention with those videos, and
Yeah.
then a month later, 3 months later, I can show you a static from any one of these products if it fits, and you know
Yeah.
it immediately harkens back to the entire emotional connection that I invested in building before.
Yeah.
And so if I run the whole year just getting all of this stuff, come Q4, I can just smash all the images, and I'm just going to
Yeah.
round up all of that social equity and proof and intent that have been building up.